family, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourselves, eating healthy, drinking plenty of fluids, all the good things. Welcome to the channel. If you're brand new, I am Emily, otherwise known as Shamanism. You can call me pretty much anything, just don't call me late for dinner. Welcome, glad you're here. And to the OGs, namaste, much love, and thank you so much for being here again to support me. Today, I wanted to talk about a very simple subject. I feel like I say that all the time now, so I gotta come up with some other intro or whatever. Anyway, we are gathered here today to discuss being open. One of the things I've recently realized about life is that a better way for me to navigate through it is simply to be open. If you're asking yourself, what do I mean by open? It's more than just me saying be open. Like, you have to do more than just say, oh, I am open. What I mean by being open, let me explain. Being open. When we go about our days in the world, I think most of us, it's fair to say, are not necessarily, or up until maybe recently, have not been so conscious of like why things are going on. And that's largely true. I think most humans, we're not aware of the grand scheme. We kind of aren't really able to reach that level of zoomed outness on a consistent enough level, maybe, most of us. I don't know if that's a fair statement to make, whatever. The point of saying that is that a lot of us, when we say, oh, I'm trying to manifest this thing, or I'm trying to manifest that thing, we have this specific boxed in idea of how that thing is going to be delivered to us. Like, oh, my girlfriend is going to look like, this. She's going to have, this length hair and this color hair and this type of eye. You know what I mean? We get really specific and actually we box in the thing that we're trying to attract. So when I say be open, what I mean is becoming more open to becoming more open to receiving the gifts that life is absolutely trying to give you. That is not a gimmick. That is a true statement. Life is genuinely always trying to give you gifts. And the hilarious thing, it's not really funny, haha, anymore to me. It used to kind of be, and at times it can be, is that the universe is literally trying to hand us gifts like this every day, virtually. And because we're so caught up in, again, as I've spoken before, the hypnotic trance, most of the time we don't even see it until or unless we awaken. And then when we have that awareness, we can start to make conscious choices. So what's my point about being open? The reason I wanted to talk about becoming open yourself, and why a choice that I've made for myself is to be open to all sources and ways of receiving gifts or whatever, the things that are coming my way that are meant for me, which are, by the way, applies to all of you as well. Whatever it is that you incarnated here to become, to do, to be, to express, you are fundamentally going to get there regardless of what you do, regardless of whether you fail or succeed or make the right choice or the wrong choice, so-called. You're going to get there, because that is, I don't know how to explain it. It's sort of beyond under something I can explain in words. And yet it's true. The more that I have opened myself to allowing, maybe that's a better way to put it, I don't know. The more I'm open to allowing whatever is to be and to come into my life as such, and to realize that what I think of as being right for me or as what I want might not even actually be right or be what I want. That to remember that the universe has this outer perspective, has a bigger zoomed out perspective, and can see, for example, the whole Candyland map board. They can see all the moves along the way, but us as humans, we get stuck in our little 3D and we can't see outside of that one move. Like, you roll the dice and you take your one turn. From day to day, you could think of it, we only see that one day to day move, and we're not able to zoom out for the most part, again, consistently, to see that grand scheme of why is everything happening for us, which it really is at the end of the day. So I wanted to talk about invite you to become more open, to understand that it may seem hard to conceive of, honestly, at first, that you are really and truly being gifted at all times, that the universe is trying to speak to you through so many different ways all of the time, and to give you these little breadcrumbs and kind of encourage you, like positively along the way. Come on, come on, come this way. Yes, yes, this is the one. Like, ah, they're just waiting there to cheer you on, really and truly. So I wanted to speak to that, to being open and the value of being open. Because since I have decided to let go of my parameters of what things need to look like, so-called, for anything, whether that's my job, whether that's my love life or lack of, whatever, whether it's my friendships or lack of, whether it's my knowledge or lack of, whether it's my skills or lack of, I'm just saying these things for the polarity's sake, none of it matters. And so I finally let go. I think I can say I finally let go of needing to receive anything a certain way. And I want to encourage you to do the same, because it might not sound like a big thing to be like, well, I'm open. It might not sound like a big deal. It's a huge deal, because when you declare that to the universe, it's like a permission slip to the universe. Like, you finally allowed the universe to like intervene in your life, and they're like, oh, we have a window, and they get to be like, it's as if it's Christmas for you when you open up, and then all of a sudden, you wake up Christmas morning, like, and there's the tree full of presents, and they're all for you. Like, a lot of people talk about this nowadays, that it's all for you. You can get everything you want. And a lot of people maybe roll their eyes and go, yeah, whatever, but you genuinely can. Like, and regardless of whether you try to or you don't, you're still going to get there. The road of life, if you relax into it, as crazy as that sounds, will put you where you're meant to be. I always talk about that, and I probably always will. So I don't want to turn this into a lengthy waffle. I think I've said what needs to be said. I want to encourage you to be open, as I have relaxed my expectations, or I don't know what it was, whatever, my parameters of something needs to look a certain way. God, the universe, whichever your term is, can speak to you in any way, at any time, through anything, through an animal, through a song, through another person, through a book you pull off a shelf and turn to a random page. There are, I would probably say, infinite ways that the universe can speak to you. And if you're really listening, you'll start to pick up on what it's on the breadcrumbs. As crazy as I know that can sound, there really are, the universe is really trying to give you these breadcrumbs. And the thing that trips me up still to this day sometimes, amusingly, is that those breadcrumbs are good for you. Like, they're good. They're good to take those. It's not like the rat in the maze, if you've ever heard of that experiment where they gave these rats, it's called intermittent reinforcement, which basically means that sometimes they would drop the cheese onto the lever that this rat was pressing. So sometimes this rat would get a reward. But the whole thing with intermittent reinforcement is that they didn't do it all the time, which essentially just it got this rat addicted to pressing the lever, because you never had any consistency of knowing that there was going to be cheese every time. You were like hoping, manifesting the cheese. Anyway, the point is, the more that you allow the universe to deliver to you, it just delivers to you in all anyway. It's the craziest thing. It opens up this floodgates suddenly of your ability to actually receive things. When you say that you're open and you stop attaching that to a specific way of receiving that gift, the universe really does poke in and immediately just start flooding you with good things. And that's what my point, the craziest point of it all is, I sometimes use this analogy of a carrot on a stick, which generally has sort of the connotation of like being futile. The horse never gets to the carrot because it's on a freaking string ahead of it. So it's perpetually ahead. So that's why I don't really like that analogy. This, though, is like a good breadcrumb. This is like something sweet. It's the nectar of life that the universe is stepping in to give you. These are not negative breadcrumbs. These are leading you towards your highest and greatest potential. So before I get up on my pulpit, if you've been with me for these 10 minutes, thank you so much for spending your time. I really hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please do share this with anyone that you think this could help. Subscribe. I do come here every day and talk to you guys because I'm really loving it, actually, guys. I never thought I would say that, but I really am loving just talking to you guys and building this community, sharing thoughts, finding people who are truly aligned with me, and so forth. So thank you for being here. I wish you a beautiful and blessed rest of your day or night whenever you're catching this, and I will see you, beautiful cats, in the next video. Namaste and much love. Bye. Ooh. We can't see one of these things that I have and I will see you beautiful head cats in the next video. But